Hey everybody, it's North Star Real Estate Group, and we're going to talk about common inspection and appraisal items, repair items specifically. We're going to just jump it off, and what do we see most of the time after an appraisal?
Sure. And today I'm going to talk specifically about appraisal items because that's the kind of stuff that we get asked is a seller or a homeowner might be saying, well, why do I have to deal with these things if it's their lender, it's their problem? And well, one, we have to give the house to them in a condition that is acceptable to the lender, otherwise the lender's not going to give them money. So that's the reason why you have to do it. So what are those common items? Typically they're going to be health and hazard issues or safety issues, and it's going to be for specific types of loans usually. Conventional, you're not going to deal with this nearly as often. Where you're going to see it more is going to be VA loans, FHA loans, and out here in Buffalo, rural development loans.
And those are typically your loan products where the lender is financing more of the house for the lender or for the buyer.
Right. And so typically in that situation, they're going to want to make sure that the house is a good investment for them. And as we've heard for VA, they want to make sure that they're putting their veterans into safe homes.
Absolutely.
And so that's another reason why they're dealing with that. So some of those items are going to be peeling and chipping paint. That's one that I get a lot, where they might be buying a house that was from the 80s and it hasn't been painted since the 80s. There's nothing wrong with the house. There's just peeling paint, and so they have to go in there, they scrape it off, and they repaint it. Problem solved. So that's one.
I'm going to jump on why they concentrate on that, and there's a couple of reasons. If the house was built before 1978, the possibility of having lead-based paint could be an issue.
Right.
1978 is that cutoff time. The second is paint is a sealer for the wood that prevents rot and intrusion of water. Pure and simple. They're trying to protect their investment.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's peeling and chipping paint for a couple reasons. Electrical issues for obvious reasons. So electricity hurts. So they're looking for exposed wiring, double tapped circuits in the breaker box. They're looking for anything like that, any reverse wiring, make sure that the ground fault outlets are working the way that they're supposed to. So they're looking for electrical issues.
I feel like the ones that I see the most are like the fire alarms and carbon monoxide monitors. Those are just come up every single time. And railings, like anything that's over, what is it, 3 steps or something like that, needs a railing. Sure, needs a railing. There's surprisingly a lot of places that don't have railings on their front porch or something like that, but that one comes up a lot.
Think safety issues.
Correct.
Right.
Yep, that's exactly right. So it's broken windows, foundation issues are another big one. Those are harder ones to solve, unfortunately.
They're more expensive ones to solve.
So,
you can't not solve them, triple negative there, but they're more expensive ones to solve.
Yeah, so that's one thing to keep in mind as well if you're dealing with this both as a seller and a buyer. If you're a buyer and you're looking at a house and one of the walls in the basement has a big V in it, you might be better off just not even trying to get into that one to start with, because you're going to run into a lot of issues. And but where if you're buying a house that's 4 years old and looks like it was kept in perfect condition the entire time, you're much more likely to be able to move forward on an offer there.
Yeah, correct.
And I'll clarify, they don't happen all the time, but when you work with professional agents that have been in and out of houses, experienced these issues, they can head off any problem that you might have in the future to save you a lot of headache.
Correct.
You know, sometimes by just looking at the pictures of the property, sometimes mold is visible. Peeling and chipping paint and collapsing walls are visible in a photo and saves you that trip out there from your time. If you want to get in touch with us, go ahead and go to www.northstar-reg.com or go ahead and click the contact link. We love to bring you value in any way possible. I'm Tyler.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Eric.